Sri Lanka will be playing an international 2020 match here in Sri Lanka, and they will take on India. The crowd is already built up in anticipation. The atmosphere here is expected to be just magnificent for this first international 2020 match here in the Premadasa.
After another warm day, the sun is just setting in the west and the temperatures are dropping, so it's getting cool and the crowd is also trickling in. In fact, it's far more than a trickle. It's going to be a full house, I'm sure, today. So great atmosphere out here in the center before the start of this T20 match. The pitch that's going to be used today is the one that was used a week ago in the second ODI played on this ground. So it's had a week to recover. There's been a lot of watering. It's been rolled. So once again, we have a surface that's well prepared. Now, right through today, it has dried. It has opened out a little bit. You can see more cracks than what we saw at the beginning of a one-day match. And that's because of all the drying that has gone out through the day. And also, you can see there are a few more scuff marks on this because it has been repaired and it has been one that has been used before. Now, the T20 game doesn't really say whether you should bat first or second. It should be equal because it's 40 overs. The pitch shouldn't change very much through the 40 overs. So it's each individual captain's decision what he wants to do. But my reckoning is that at the moment it's good to bat on, and the side who bats first, if they can get around 160 runs, that should be a good score on this pitch. So good track, should be a good game of cricket.
Well, I would go with that it's more to do with pressure than the wicket, who bats first. Now, weather forecast, a maximum of 28 degrees, minimum of 23, humidity 73. There's a breeze, as you see, blowing right across the stadium, so it's going to be pretty comfortable. And of course, the bands are on, the crowd is going to be swaying to the beats of those drums, and yeah, you can expect a terrific game in prospect. Now, toss has been important throughout these 5 one-day internationals before this 2020 game. So let's go to Shiva. He's there with the captains and the toss.
We're all set for the toss, and I have with me the Indian captain MS Dhoni, Tilakratne Dilshan, the Sri Lankan captain, and the match referee Chris Broad. Dilshan will spin the coin. Tails. Tails is the call.
It's a head.
Well, Dilshan, what will it be?
We are going to bat first.
You're going to bat first. So what kind of a target are you looking at?
160 plus is a good total for this wicket.
Well, a lot of new faces in the team, Sri Lankan team. Could you throw more light on them?
Yeah, they have done well, really well in the domestic last few months. I think they are in good form. Selectors give opportunities for them to play this match. I think we have a good team.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
MS, you'll be bowling first up. Are you happy with it?
Well, of course, I am happy. You know, we have a good bowling line. At the same time, we have a good batting lineup. So we are not really worried whether we lose a toss or, we win a toss, because that's uncontrollable. We can't really control it. So just look forward to go into the field, whatever we are assigned to do, whether bowling first or batting first.
Okay, go well, MS.
Thanks a lot.
Well, the news from the centre is that Sri Lanka won the toss and they've decided to bat first.
So that's how it is. The Sri Lankan captain, Dilshan, winning the toss and batting first. These are the two teams. Well, I have Sunny Gavaskar with me. Sunny, just one change for India. Zahir Khan coming in from the last ODI.
Yes, I think Zahir has had a couple of games off. He'll be nicely rested and looking to do his bit. He's been the pick of the bowlers for India ever since the last year or so. So I think that's only going to strengthen the Indian bowling. Balaji did nothing wrong really, but the fact is that in this particular situation, Irfan Pathan, because of his batting ability, scored over him. And Ishant Sharma, of course, we all know he's been the find of the Indian bowling attack for the last year. So I think this looks like a pretty good bowling lineup. Ravinder Jadeja will come and bowl a few overs, and Yusuf Pathan, Yuvraj, Virendra Sehwag. I think they'll all get a chance to roll their arms.
Well, take a look at that strike rate, 151. He also had a spectacular IPL last year, for those who can remember. Played some miraculous innings in that tournament, an average of 34. So he is the X factor. Dilshan captaining this one, age 32, and he'll be wishing to increase that average. He's played 12 matches, got 136 runs, but off late he's in tremendous form and he's striking it well. It's important that these two do well for the start. Now here's Zahir Khan. Just the one slip. Has he got him? Has it pitched in line? That was exceedingly close. That was a tester for the umpire first up.
Well, that was a beauty of a delivery. I think Dilshan was caught in no man's land. He didn't move his feet at all. And I think at the end of the day, it's a very, very good decision by the umpire, because the ball pitched clearly outside the leg stump. And what the umpire would have seen as the ball struck the pads is that the middle and off stump were visible. That's a clear indication that the ball would have been outside the line of the leg stump. Top class decision by the umpire.
In the air, there's a fielder going to be under that one. And he drops it. That is a huge let-off. Pathan has put that one down. It's 3 without loss.
Dilshan trying to go over the top and just getting a leading edge. And now let's have a look at which way he tries to catch. There he is. Look, we in India do not catch properly with the fingers pointing up. It's just one of those things. The Australians do it brilliantly.
That's gone down. That'll be 4. Maybe leg byes, but they all count. Any which way they come. So the first boundary for Sri Lanka.
Well, he's got to be very accurate. There's no margin for error in limited overs cricket, and particularly in this format. A little bit down the leg side, and he's nippy. So all that the batsman needs to do is get a bit of bat or even pads or thigh pad, and it's going to go run away for a boundary.
Oh, that's gone down leg side. Now that's the worry. You try and bowl as tight as that, and 1 or 2 will go down leg side.
Well, maybe this game we will see the batting chart of Dilshan showing a lot of boundaries on the leg side, because the Indians are trying to bowl to him on the pads, and he's just helping it along for boundaries.
That's taken the edge, and it's probably going to run away for 4. It does.
It's a very good effort from the young man. He would have picked the ball up a little bit late, because Jayasuriya was trying to work the ball to the onside, it looked to me. Closing the face of the bat, yes, and that edge with the pace that it took off. Very good effort.
Has he got enough on it? I think he has. That'll be a boundary. Pulled it around. Didn't quite make the kind of contact that he wanted, but he still had enough on it.
Just a little bit short. And for somebody of Jayasuriya's experience and caliber, you're asking for punishment. And the way he plays the shot.
That's Jayasuriya. And that is all the way. That has been hit spectacularly well. The crowd are up on their feet, as they should be. What a shot.
Indeed, what a shot. This is magnificent stuff. A 6-over cover. Off the middle of the bat, no less.
Oh. This probably is even better. Nothing wrong with the delivery. Picked up from the stumps on the rise and to the other side of the ground.
I want to ask you a question. Is Ishant Sharma a spinner or what? I mean, that's how he's been treated. This is incredible again. Exactly the opposite direction.
That's got to be 4. That's clever. Trying to find the block hole. Now they're rattled. The Indians are certainly rattled.
Indeed they are, because trying to bowl the Yorker, he didn't quite get it right. And all Jayasuriya had to do was help it along. He didn't even try to hit it hard. He knew that the fielder was squarer. There he is. He's excited. He wants to play a big innings here for his country.
He's hit that incredibly well. Another Yorker that's gone wrong and has found his way to the fence. Dhoni looking a little perturbed.
Yes, because his main bowler is being taken for boundaries. It's not always that you see Zaheer Khan being hit for so many boundaries in an over. once again, as you said, the Yorker going a little too full. And all that Dilshan had to do was put it between the fielders. That's what he's done expertly. That's a very good start.
Now that has been expertly played. The 50 comes up, short outside the off stump, and that is Dilshan's area of expertise.
Yes, he likes to have a little bit of room outside the off stump. Look at that. He's managed to get his arms free. So he swung it very well. The bat has gone over the left shoulder. So a lot of power behind that shot.
This time he's got hold of it, but no, and that's a brilliant catch. Ishant Sharma.
It needed a stunning catch. It's 59 for 1.
Jehan Mubarak, 9th T20 game for Jehan Mubarak, now 28 years of age. Average of 33, strike rate 139.7. That's very good.
Inside edge, only more runs. It's a very quick outfield. Unlucky for the bowler, but the batsman will take it. Mubarak.
Andy, they don't mind it. A lot of noise for that inside edge. Mubarak trying to swing it through the offside. In fact, he tried to swing it to the leg side and got a thick inside edge.
That could be close. That could be very close. Did he get an inside edge? The leg bar is signalled. I thought it was very, very close.
Yes, looked worth a shout. Unless it was drifting down leg side, that's what he had to check. Didn't bounce very much, hit him pretty low around middle and off. May have hit leg stump, may have just missed it. That's the decision that Gamne Silva had to make.
Mubarak looks to go over the top and falls just short of the fieldsman. Good effort by Sehwag. He stopped the boundary, took the scoring down to a single. Mubarak needs to play shots like that.
Connection wasn't that great on this occasion, so his strike rate, Mubarak, is just 72, Dilshan is 89, so in this form of the game you've got to have a strike rate of 100 plus.
He plays it fine. That's gone down to the boundary. Dilshan had to take the risk, and he did it well.
This is a great shot by Dilshan. It was a full delivery, it was straight, fine legs up in the circle, so Dilshan plays that paddle sweep and he played it beautifully.
Very fine indeed. That's the captain leading from the front. Sri Lanka needs boundaries like that, shots like that. Improvisation is the name of the game here if they can't get the big ones. And this time through the offside, we'll be looking for a couple. Just a single. 86 for 1. And this time it's out, caught and bowl. Mubarak is gone. And the Sri Lankans, I don't think, will mind it too much.
87 for 2.
Well, Chamara Kapugedra is the batsman. He's replaced Jehan Mubarak. He's come in. He's the vice captain in this match. He's joining his captain. That's his record. Just seven games. Good strike rate. Over 100. It's only been singles against the spinners. They haven't been able to force the pace. I believe the spinners have done a grand job. They've sort of taken the pace of the ball. The bowled variety. Pathan in particular has mixed the arm ball, the straight one. Just 2 runs in the over, 2 dot balls. That's brilliant bowling in T20 cricket. Kapugedra over the top of extra cover, won't go all the way. They'll come for 2. They still can't find the boundaries, Kepler.
Kapugedra showing intent. He's just come to the wicket. He's only faced 3 deliveries, but he may have to be the one to chance his arm at this stage.
Goes again, this time long off, on the bounce and 4. Joseph Irfan Pathan it is. That was hit very hard. And another Good shot by Chamara Kapugedra against the boundary.
Much needed one as well. So Pathan struggling in the field. He's dropped the catch already. This delivery probably should have been stopped. It skidded off the ground. The outfield's quick, so it was difficult.
Kapugedra again through extra cover. The Sri Lankan 100 is up. End of the over. Kapugedra over the top. Has it gone all the way? It's one bounce for 4. This is entertaining cricket. Chamara Kapugedra is providing it.
Exactly what Sri Lanka need. He's come in, he's got 16 of 8 deliveries, 3 boundaries. So he's showing that intent that we were talking about.
Great batting, very good batting indeed. Excellent shot. Goes again, this is high. Sehwag should take it. And he's taken. So the third wicket is gone. It's 107 for 3. Chamara Silva coming back into big time cricket. Coming in to replace Chamara Kapugedra. Still has a lot to offer to Sri Lankan cricket. Chamara Silva had a great World Cup in the West Indies, but then lost form. But given the opportunity here, so it's a big moment for Chamara Silva. Silva is off the mark. Quick single. It's a leg by, in fact, he still has to wait.
So Kapugedra, the previous delivery, hit straight. This time he went over mid-wicket. That was a problem. He needed to try and go straight over the bowler's head again. He was just looking for too much.
It's gone down towards point. It's a boundary. It's 113 for 3.
Great shot, good cricket shot. Dilshan's highest score now in international 2020 cricket.
This is Dilshan through extra cover. They'll be looking for a couple here. Zahir Khan as well. And a couple is all they get. That was a juicy full toss. Now, Sri Lanka can't afford. They can't afford to miss these opportunities.
Well, it's difficult if you haven't played for a while to come straight into 2020 cricket and hit the ball as well as you'd want to from the word go. So you got to feel for Silva. He's been out of action for a while as well.
Gets a single off the last ball. He's off the mark. It's 121 for 3.
That's a big one. He's hit it many a mile. It's out of here.
Well, that was Chamara Silva. We were just saying that for somebody who's not been in international action, not easy to hit middle the ball, and here he has hit a big one. The slower delivery, but it was right in the slot. This is the 50th 6 for Sri Lanka in the T20 competition.
It's taken on the full. Will be a boundary to end the over. 135 for 3.
Once again the slower delivery, but a full toss this time, and put away very nicely by Chamara Silva.
That'll be a boundary. Ted 4 written all over it. Superb way to reach his half century.
For the Sri Lankan captain, his first big game as captain, and he gets a half century. Now this one has been bowled at his regular pace. And look how easily Dilshan has been able to use that pace, open the face of the bat and hit it past backward point for a boundary.
Stunned all the fielders, nobody moved. He's got a wide range of shots through the offside and his consecutive boundaries.
Well, you'll have to question Ishant Sharma why he's bowling at his normal speed when the slower deliveries have gone for only singles. Both the deliveries he's bowled at normal speed, he's bowled on the length and at pace, and it's all that it's done. It's allowed Dilshan to use the pace and hit it for boundaries.
Down the ground. Has it gone the distance? Yes, it has. What an over for Sri Lanka, brings up the 150.
Well, he's not learning. Ishant Sharma once again bowling at the same speed, and this time he's been hit for a boundary. Same speed, same length, and he's been hit for a 6 this time.
The third 50, just 23 deliveries. Two men getting underneath it. And it's been taken, so very good innings from the captain. Comes to an end. Suresh Raina, the catcher. 152 for 4. 61 for Dilshan.
What an over he's had. Boundary 6 for Tilakratne Dilshan. So 17 runs taken already of this over. The 17th over of the innings. Very good catch that by Suresh Raina. He's one of the few Indian fielders who can take the catch with their fingers pointing up. It's 152 for 4.
Veeraratne is the new man at the crease. Average just 18. Strike rate more important, 116. Need some big boundaries now.
That's how the Sri Lankan captain Tilakratne Dilshan went out. This one was hit more towards the maker's name. And Suresh Raina, he's one of the few Indians who can catch with the fingers pointing up. Makes it look pretty simple that it wasn't an easy catch that.
Edge will fly away. Doesn't matter how they come, as long as they keep coming. Shamara Silva this time.
Yes, no finesse in this game. It doesn't matter. Inside edge, outside edge, middle of the bat, as long as the boundaries and the runs come.
Cheeky. But he picked his spot to perfection. Fine leg was inside the ring, and that was very good thinking from Veeraratne.
Very clever batting that by Veeraratne. He'd seen the fielder inside the circle, so this is so important. Limited overs cricket is not just about power hitting, it's about getting the boundaries, and he just used the pace of the ball and deflected it, scooped it up over the fielder at short fine leg. That is very, very good cricket.
Decides to bowl the short delivery. In the man in at fine leg, and he bowls the short delivery, and he concedes 2 more runs.
And applause from the coach. The coach was a master at bowling the slow delivery, the bowling coach.
Great over. Goes through with the Yorker. Just the 3 runs coming in the 20th over, and Ishant Sharma has bowled a beauty. So Sri Lanka finished with 171 for 4 in their 20 overs. A contribution of 33 from Jayasuriya came in very quick time, just 17 deliveries. Dilshan the top scorer with 61. And then down the order, Shamara Silva getting 21 of 18, and Veeraratne 10 of 10. Of 20 overs, 171 for 4.
Well, India's bowlers, they all went for a few runs, and that's what this format is all about. But Yusuf Pathan, very impressive. 4 overs, 2 wickets, and conceding only 23.
Welcome back and good evening to all the viewers. Sri Lanka vs India, the first ever 2020 international here in Sri Lanka. It's for the IDBI Fortis Welsurance Cup. Very good start. Sri Lanka had Jayasuriya and Dilshan contributing extremely well. Dilshan getting a half century, top score of 61. Contributions down the order. Kapugedra getting a quick 16. Chamara Silva getting 21. And Veer Ratna 10. So 171, good fighting score.
Bowling figures for India. The spinners did a great job. Sri Lanka started like a house on fire, but Yusuf Pathan bowled very well. So did Jadeja. They pulled it back. And what looked at one point like it could be a score of over 200, they restricted to 171. But it is a challenging total because only once in 2020 internationals has a team chased a bigger total to win. That was in 2007 when South Africa chased 205 made by the West Indies at the Wanderers. So it is a challenging total. And we should be in for a fascinating contest. It's a good pitch, a quick outfield. Ratna Dilshan there with the gloves on. That's unusual for him. He's playing that role tonight. He batted pretty well. And there's Virender Sehwag, one of the most dangerous players in world cricket in any format of the game, but particularly in this format.
Strike rate of 130 for Sehwag. He's at the non-striker's end. And he's got a good partner, Gautam Gambhir. Strike rate very impressive. 128. So the first 6 overs will be very crucial in India. The power play have to score quite a few. So Lasith Malinga will open the bowling, going back into the side. He's out of the side because of an injury, and he will be tested. Economy of 7 runs to the over, acceptable in T20. Inside edge. Will run away to the boundary. Been many of those edges running away to the boundary today.
Well, you got a feel for the ball, and nothing wrong with this delivery. Malinga's first delivery in nearly 2 years at top level. It was maybe a little bit wide, but an inside edge could so easily have gone onto the stumps and goes down to fine leg for 4.
Gone through the infield. Oh, will be another boundary. Sloppy work from Dilhara Fernando.
Well, Sri Lanka can't afford this. They've got to be at their very best in the field, particularly when these two are batting. This should have been cut off. Fernando got around, but he made an awful mess of it. So 2 boundaries off the first 2 deliveries, exactly what India require in this chase.
Very well played. Played it fine, played it late. We'll get another boundary. 14 runs of this over so far.
A great over for India. That's where the left-right hand combination at the top of the order is so valuable. This delivery was too much leg side. And Gautam Gambhir, he's been in excellent form during the one-day series as well. He played that well. Played it late, played it fine. Ideal start from India's point of view.
The single law gone. Directed and Sehwag is gone. Normally they run very well between the wickets, but delight for Sri Lanka. The danger is when the Sehwag has to go. It's 14 for 1. It's in Suresh Raina. Average of 34. Strike rate needs to get better. Need to be at least run a ball. It's in the air. Should be taken. 2 men getting underneath it. And taken. So major blow for India. Gambhir is also gone. Pushara picking up a wicket with his first delivery. India 14 for 2. India in trouble. 14 for 2. Yuvraj Singh comes out. He's got to be the man India depend on. Strike rate of 177 in his 2020 career. Needs to play a magical innings for India. Inside edge, big appeal from Dilshan, but the ball will run away to the boundary. Let's signal runs.
Yuvraj lucky on that occasion. He was beaten all ends up. That came off the inside edge. Good delivery first up, just that off stump line, so it was well bowled. Could so easily have gone on to leg stump, but didn't. So Yuvraj is away with a fortunate boundary.
Clipped in the air, but more importantly, it was in the gap for Yuvraj Singh.
Great timing by Yuvraj Singh. Played that off the hip. It went like a rocket past square leg.
Just wide of the fielder, using the depth of the crease to good effect, Yuvraj Singh. Very good hit. Would you believe it? It's gone the distance.
The timing of Yuvraj at his best, off his hip. Just helped that along the way, over fine leg. It's not a big boundary, so that cleared very, very easily.
Basit Malinga was about 10 yards inside the boundary line, but it's cleared him quite easily. Wasn't in a good position, but he will still pick up a boundary. Raina gets off the mark.
This outfield is so quick. Raina didn't middle that by any means. If he has one area of his batting that he needs to still get better, it's batting against a short delivery, but the end result was good enough.
Having lost 2 wickets, they have to keep the momentum going. Excellent shot, much better this time from Raina, who's looking for the big shots down the ground in the last over. This deft touch.
Little deflection by Suresh Raina. Played that well. His balance was excellent. Dilshan had no chance of cutting that off, catching that or getting across. It just went far too quickly.
And what a shot. This is a stunning shot. Suresh Raina loves to hit the ball over mid-off, checking the bat, and see that's the body language that I'm talking about. He's tried to make the correction after 2 wides down the leg side, and he's bowled a little bit short, and he's given just the kind of length and width for Suresh Raina to play that shot.
That's a good shot. That was very close to being a 6. He's flicked that. It's a fast outfield, but it's not going to go for 4. They'll be content with 2. So good over. So far 11 from it. Get a delivery to play. They're going with the asking rate. In fact, they're ahead of the asking rate. They only need about 8 runs and over from here on till the end. Just got to keep their wickets intact. The set batsman has got to try and extend his innings as much as possible. It's 57 for 2. Well, that's a good hit. The fielder can't get around it. 1 bounce and out. Raina taking on the short ball.
Well, he was waiting for it. He was prepared for it. Probably read the bowler's mind, thinking that it'll be another short one. And he's tried to hit it off the front foot. It's a terrific shot.
It was in the air for a while. The fielder just couldn't quite get around it. He's played that fine. He's going to get a boundary for it. 12 from the over. 69 for 2.
Opening the face of the bat. Saw that York, and see, he didn't try to even hit it. Just opening the face of the bat.
Oh, that's been smashed into the crowd. In fact, flat hit. The power this man wields is awesome.
Well, the captain's body language not quite good. He's upset at what the bowler has done. But you have to say that I don't think there are too many better pullers off the short ball than Yuvraj Singh.
Oh, that's a crisp hit. And it's 4. Another big over coming up for India.
That's not what you want at this stage. You do not want to concede any easy runs to the opposition. And Bandara, well, letting the ball, building a bridge, allowing the ball to go under it.
I think they got him. That's the one they needed. The change has worked and Yuvraj is walking back. Sri Lanka back in it big time.
Well, if this was a bottom edge, then this is an excellent catch. Short outside the off stump. Yuvraj thought that he would just get some easy runs, but he ended up only nicking the ball. This is a big wicket. 81 for 3.
New man in is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. They needed a breakthrough. Sri Lanka, they've got it. He's got a terrific strike rate, Dhoni. This is Yuvraj playing that, trying to play the cut shot. It wasn't that short, it was just that there was room, and nicked it into the hands of Dilshan, who's done a decent job. That's got to run away for 4. Again, not where he intended, but he'll take it.
Yes, he will. He does play this shot quite deliberately. We've seen him do that quite often in limited overs cricket, because he's such a bottom hand player. He can actually play it late, he can play it finer, he can play it squarer. If he knows there's no slip, he'll guide it through the slip.
But that is huge. That's how you respond to an opportunity given. Amazing hit.
Well, all the more reason that he should be looking to play full blade shots rather than opening the face shots. Look at that. When he shows the full face of the bat, the ball goes for a ride.
In the air. Fielders getting under it. And he takes it. Sri Lanka have the 4th wicket. Raina is gone. 99 for 4. Certainly seemed unnecessary going for the big hit at that stage. Just 7.3 runs required. But that's the pressure of the 2020 telling. Rohit Sharma, the new man in the commentary box, are Ranil and Shiva.
Thanks, Arun. Yeah, having got 9 runs at the first 5 balls, Raina looking for another biggie is out. But now it's Rohit Sharma. Have to get a boundary every ball, every over. 1 boundary and 5 singles. He's bowled in. Bandara strikes. Dhoni misses. He's jumping for joy. They know the importance of this wicket. MS Dhoni gone for 13. India 108 for 5. Ravindra Jadeja sent in to the leg spinner, and the left arm spinner are bowling in tandem. And he's a good striker, Jadeja. It's in the air, long on, will get underneath it. Yeah, he's taking it, so that's the end of Rohit Sharma. Joy for Sanat Jayasuriya. Mubarak taking the catch in the deep. And India losing it. Too many wickets. 110 for 6. Yusuf Pathan, the big hitter, comes out to the centre. Strike rate of 187.5. But these are difficult conditions. The spinners going through superb spells. Saved a certain boundary. Veeraratna in the deep. Was struck really hard by Jadeja, but good work.
He's bowled him. Yorking himself. Bandara, another wicket for him. 115 for 7. And now they need almost 12 runs and over. Irfan Pathan, Yusuf Pathan, both in there. Not too many options, Sonny. 5 overs, they need 57. But that's a terrific shot. Getting his front foot out of the way and going inside out over extra cover. He's gone straight, and I think he's got the distance as well. That's the 6 required, so India not throwing in the towel.
Well, that's why I was saying that if there's one man who can change the complexion of the game, it is this man. But he's got to be consistent over the next couple of overs.
Really should have been in a lot earlier, Yusuf Pathan. Another big one, huge in fact, into the crowd. 17 from the over, 132 for 7. That is tragedy from Sri Lanka's perspective. That is really terrible.
Well, the skipper is not very happy. Dilhara Fernando trying to bowl a Yorker. Look at that, way down the leg side. There's a story going on over here. As you know, yesterday we were told about the area where Dilhara Fernando stays. It's called No Ball Junction.
Got to try and get a boundary from somewhere. He's gone over the top, and I think he's got his boundary. Has it gone all the way? One bounce and out. That is a magnificent shot over extra cover. Brings up the 150 of the innings and the boundary for the over.
As if his brother can hit it over extra cover, Yusuf Pathan, Irfan Pathan shows that he can do it too.
Well, that should take some of the pressure off these two brothers. They're complementing each other perfectly. That's that one he's targeted, and that is a flat hit for 6. The short ball. Why didn't he try the block hole?
This is a terrific shot. Short. And he's given all the time in the world for Irfan Pathan to pick his spot.
Well, I did say they worked out Yusuf Pathan's lengths, but they still haven't worked out Irfan as yet. That's gone on the offside. They're going to come back for the second. Malinga does the clean-up job, but suddenly India with their noses ahead now.
Well, 9 from 8 balls required, so that's a lot easier than it was at the start of the over. Before that, 6 by Irfan Pathan.
He's gone inside out this time. Irfan has got another boundary. What an over. Tremendous batting by the two brothers, particularly Irfan now.
And maybe the crowd knows a little bit more than the Sri Lankan captain does, because they were saying as soon as the ball was given to Dilhara Fernando, they were saying no, 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 and maybe they know why.
5 to get from 7. Dilhara really bowling the ideal length for Irfan to work him around. And really, aren't they pumped up? It must be a terrific adrenaline rush for the two at the moment. How does Irfan react to this? Oh, brilliant! Magnificent, in fact, that's all the way. What a way to win this game. India prevail. Not for nothing have they underscored their world champion status. This is a miraculous win. The crowd is stunned, but I'm sure they've got their money's worth. And look at the Pathan brothers. They'll remember this for all time to come.
Yes, what a moment. What a moment for the brothers. And what a moment for India. This is a magnificent shot, right in the slot. And as soon as he hit it, he knew it had gone. So making up for that missed opportunity, Irfan Pathan, he might have dropped that catch, but he's made up 100 times with that innings, and look at that Indian dressing room, absolutely over the moon.
Well, this is the shot in the arm that any team would require, and get together. What a moment. True glory. I am sure the crowd is stunned into silence, extremely disappointed. But when the dust settles, they will remember this for a long time to come. Magnificent Irfan and Yusuf Pathan were 59 of just 25 balls. They've converted an absolute losing situation into a win. Well, magnificent performance by India. Take a look at that. Take a look in the end. They faltered in the middle. 13 of 17 was Dhoni and 4 of 11 was Rohit Sharma. That's when it went horribly wrong for India. And then that partnership, what a turnaround. 59 of 25, 22 of 10 for Yusuf Pathan, 23 of 16 for Irfan Pathan. Really, what a magical turnaround, and couldn't have asked for more from a cricket match. I keep saying that. I can go on and on like a broken record, but that's the way it is. Well, at one stage, 3 for 15 was Maling Bandara, and he was taking the game away. And then that over of 17 against it is what turned everything around. Yusuf Pathan, well, fearless batting from the two Pathan brothers, but 1 for 9 for Mubarak, 1 for 10 of 3 Jayasuriya. Somewhere they missed out, not bowling him out because he was very difficult to get away.
Well, he will receive the Winners' Award. The IDBI Fortis Wellsurance T20 Cup 2009 will be presented by Honorable Gamni Lokage. Will give away the winner's trophy and a check of US $10,000 to be presented by Mr. Venugopalan, Chairman and CEO, Federal Bank Limited, along with Mr. S. Santanakrishnan, Director, IDBI Fortis Life Insurance Company Limited.